Hi everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of SheGlam makeup. For it being so cheap, the packaging on this, it looks so nice. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be good quality because you're getting quite a lot of bang for your buck here. So I've already started by priming my face and moisturising it and everything like that. And I'm just going to get started into concealing the eyelid. And I've got this concealer in the shade Madeleine. I'm just going to put it somewhat as a primer on my eyelids. I never really use eye primers unless it's to do with glitter. Okay. And I just use a fluffy powder brush as my foundation brush. I do also have a sponge that I want to test out for foundation as well, so I'll do like half and half. But just to buff in this concealer, I'm going to use this fluffy brush, and it's Emax Design. I think it's just a random one I bought off of eBay, to be honest. Okay, hid the veins quite well. To set that, first of all, I did get this SheGlam lightweight long lasting makeup powder, and this is also going to be my all over face powder as well. It's just powder foundation with a little puff as well. Really nice packaging on this. Just to set the concealer so that the eyeshadows have a better base to blend on. And this brush is just the Real Techniques. Is it the setter brush? I've used it for so long now, the writing has rubbed off on it, but I know it's definitely from Real Techniques. I do have two palettes. One of them's a really purple one, and I feel like I'm going to end up using this one because it's got like the teal shades in it, and I'm kind of feeling that today. This is the other one. It's the Rhapsody palette. Really pretty shadows, because this is the one I'm going to be wearing today. But it's got some really nice teal glitter shades in there. So this is the Autumn Afterglow palette. To start with, I'm just going to be putting a neutral shade in the crease, and I'm going to be going with this top one up here and just using a fluffy brush. This one is the Spectrum B07 brush, and I'm just going to be putting that in directly into the crease. I'm making that on second motions. Very light. Okay, so I think I'm going to be going in with this teal shimmer shade first and putting this all over the lid, and then I'm going to deepen up the outer corner with this darker matte colour as well. This is just a flat shaded brush, and just put that all over the lid. It's not picking up as much as I want it to, so I'm going to use my fingers, I think, for this. See if it gets a little bit more of a oomph. That's better. So the shimmer shades in this palette might work a bit better with just using your fingers to tap that in. Just always makes me think of Happy Gilmore. Just tap it in.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
And then, like I said before as well, I'm going to go in with the dark matte teal shade as well, just to try and darken the outer corner a little bit. And just pack that on the outer corner. Okay. And then I'm going to go back into the first neutral shade that I used and put that back into the crease and blend out the darker shade into the shimmer as well. I'm just going to tap back into the shimmer shade, the shimmery teal, And just put a little bit more on there because it seems to have faded with the blend in. Now I'm going to do the exact same on the other eye and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now I'm going to be testing out this Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation by SheGlam. So I'm just going to be taking this and I will put one pump on each cheek and then one on the forehead, one on the chin. So I'm going to be taking this beauty blender, which I literally think was like 99p, which is crazy, and it feels quite nice as well, but I guess we'll see if it works or not right now. So this side is going to be with the beauty blender and then this side is going to be with that fluffy Emax design brush on this side. And I'm just gonna tap it in. Very confused. Okay, I think that this is literally lifting up all of the foundation. It's literally done nothing. So I'm going to go in with this brush and this side, and if it works I'm going to do the other side with the brush as well, because there's just no way. Oh, see, that is so much nicer. I need some more product. Good match. This is the shade Nude as well, and I feel like this is a really good match foundation for me. Oh, it's dry here. Foundation never sit around there. So first thoughts, it's gone on quite smooth. It looks nice. Not overly matte. I would say it kind of gives a velvety finish. I think I like it. We'll see how it looks with the powder on and everything else on top of it, but it looks good at first application. Oh, me without concealer. It's like the Walking Dead extra, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, okay, now speaking of the SheGlam Madeleine concealer. And as I'm doing it as well, I'm going to do it a little line so that it kind of sharpens the eyeshadow look. Try and get a little bit on the inner corners as well. Get really dark in here. And for the inner corners, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush, just because it's in the inner corners and it's a little bit more difficult to get to. So just to like smooth that out and bring that down. And then I'm just going to grab Old Faithful here and blend out the rest of it. I probably look so awkward doing this. Ugh. Very brightening. Definitely covered up quite a lot of it there. Does look a bit drying though. I always have to put powder underneath my eyes because I get quite oily eyes in general. So I'm gonna set that with the powder. It looks really nice with the powder. Still very brightening. Powder brush by Real Techniques. Can you tell them I'm a favourite? And just dust the rest of the face as well. Now I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette and I'm just going to finish off the eyes. So I'm going to go in with, I think, the dark matte teal shade, so this one here, and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line, kind of like halfway in though, because I don't want it to be too intense. And then we're going to go in and highlight the inner corners as well. This is a flat definer brush by Jessup, and this is the brush that I'm going to be using for the lower lash line. It's just very thin and it's easy to get close to the lashes. Just a bit. That is pretty intense. So, and now I'm going to go back in with the same brush and I'm just going to use the first crease shade that I used, and I'm just going to do that in the rest of the eye as well. Touch of the brush to clean off the colour. Golden shade, like golden pearly white shade in this palette, and I want to give that a go, putting that in the inner corners. And I just use my little finger and tap that into the inner corners. Okay, I love this colour so much. That is so nice. The sparkle on that is so pretty. I love it. I did pick up this SheGlam Mystic Illuminating Palette, and this is in the shade Moonlight. And this is what it looks like. And it basically, it's like a highlighter, blush and bronzer palette. So I'm going to go into the shade Fairy Dust here, which is this bronzy shade. Jessup large powder brush, but it's kind of more angled as well, so it's easier to bronze with. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there, and I kind of stick with the three, you know, to bronze. I kind of start at the back here and bring that forward onto the cheek a little bit, and then onto the forehead. And then I don't really go like along the jawline, I just kind of bring it down on the neck, because I don't have that great of a jaw to begin with, so yay for me. Same thing on the other side. And what I do like to do is to bronze this little bit here, because it kind of makes the illusion that your lip comes out a little bit further. See? It just makes it look a little bit more poutier, and I really like that. And also another thing that I like to do is to bring it across the nose. This plush blush on across the nose makes it look like you're a little bit more sun-kissed. Bring that down into the cheeks. I use the blush in that palette, but I've also got these two blushes right here, and this is Goodvibes, and this I am obsessed with the actual pattern on these blushes. It's like this cool geometric design. I don't know if you can see it very well, but also this colour is amazing. Look at this. I've also got this pinky purpley shade here, which I find really looks nice on blue eyes. So if you put this on your cheeks, sometimes it makes your blue eyes pop even more. Really pretty, really nice colour, and they look really soft as well. So I'm hoping that these look nice, because I might have to go pick up some more. They are really nice, and they're so cheap as well, which is amazing. Go in with this bronzy colour. Okay, it looked like there was nothing on the brush, and that is crazy. So be gentle with this because this will happen to you. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. Down my nose, and we're going to blend this side back with the powder brush, like I said I was going to with the bronzer. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I do look a little bit crazy, but once the highlight and everything, so it all comes together, I'm going to use these highlights, and I'm so excited. Okay, I feel like Majesty looks really nice, like champagne colour, but they look so smooth. And if I like swatch that there, can you see that? Look at that glow. How nice is that? So I'm going to put that on my cheeks. I like to bring it a little bit down on my nose as well. Okay, this looks so nice on the cheeks. I'm a huge fan of this palette so far. Loving this highlight. It looks so smooth. Blended in with the blush really nice. There's not like just a straight stripe on my face. It blends in really well. I'm going to go in with this mascara, and I have high hopes for this because I saw Laura Lee say that she really likes this mascara as well. So I'm hoping and praying that this will look decent on me. So it's basically like this double-ended mascara. That kind of looks like Lash Paradise, doesn't it? And then this, and it's basically each side is supposed to be a different thing. So one of them is supposed to be volume and the other one's supposed to be length. So I'm guessing the Lash Paradise look inside is supposed to be the volume. So I'm going to start with the lengthening one first. And let's see how this goes. This is going to be so awkward on here, but we'll try not to make a fool of ourselves, shall we? Okay, definitely lengthening my lashes. My lashes, I'm not the shortest lashes, but they also are very light. And I'm sorry, it's a whole lot. Always make sure that I get like the outer corners on this as well, because it kind of brings the eye out a little bit more. I'm now going to go in with the volume one, and let's see how this holds up. See if it does what's on the tin. I actually really like it, but it looks really nice and like lifted and volume, and I mean, it's just made this eyeshadow look a hell of a lot better, hasn't it, really? Still love that sparkle on the inner corner. That's like one of my new faves, I think. I don't have a lip from them. None of them really took my fancy. I feel like the lip options, like they had so many glosses and matte lips and everything like this, but none of the shades really caught my eye, you know. But I am going to use this cheap collection Gloss Me Up lip gloss, and it's, again, it is so affordable as well. You can get it in Boots, so it's not breaking the bank or anything like that. Nothing too crazy for this eye look as well, so it kind of just adds a little bit of gloss. But yeah, this is the finished look. So far so good. Eyeshadow palettes might need a bit of a rough, you know, like the e.l.f. highlighters, people used to rough them up a little bit before using them. I think that might be the case with some of these shades, just because as I was using my fingers, as I was using brushes, it was getting harder to get the pigment from the palette. This powder, I mean, it does its job, you know, it's nothing crazy. Highlighter palette, absolutely love it, and I can't wait to use that shimmery coral shade as blush. I think it looks so pretty, would look so nice in like a glowy summery look. The blushes, I think I'm gonna have a look and pick up some more colours because they look so nice, and this packaging is so nice too. It's like a matte pink, and I mean the initial like was crazy, right? It was very pigmented, but if you just do a light tap, I can imagine it being quite easy to pick up. And I mean, I used to use the Sleek blushes all the time, and they were literally just a one dab and you do both cheeks. It was that intense. So I'm kind of getting the same kind of vibe from this. But the colours, I mean, the colours are so nice. And the finish on them is so pretty as well. It just kind of blended into the foundation and your skin. So really like that. Please like this video, subscribe. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.